Certain the vibes, man. We down here in Newark, 49 Halsey Street, Gymble app. We talking hoops, Jersey hoops, 6:30. Got the merch on the table. It's locked, bro. Let's tap in. Got my boy Prestige and my guy Martin coming up. Shout out to the team, JSG, my boy Deuce. Help me out and lock this in. So, come with us. We're gonna have some good vibes today. Yes, sir.
Where we at? Yeah. 90 rack A's and all blues remind me of my act days. Hit it with the lactose, same color as lactate in Huntsville. Still making drug deals backstage. Same dirty saucer, but the work cleaning in Cascade. Ditching the 12 on the 6, feel like them half days.
My name is Jesse Jones, aka Filet, social media influencer / professional athlete. Here to talk Jersey basketball for sure. So what inspired me to start, my platform is really more so I was a low self-esteem kid. I wasn't really comfortable speaking in front of people, just coming from an urban area. You get that threshold of just being a stowaway or, you don't know it all because you're from that area. So my platform was basically to tell other kids, to be yourself, to honestly find who you are, because I ain't gonna lie, growing up, that's kind of one of the worst states to have. Finding out who you are and not knowing who you are, you chasing different things, you following different people, and you never feel wholesome downstairs, like right in your heart. You never feel it. And when I found my niche, I found it through creating my brand. Figuring out how to run my brand on my own at 21 years old, it taught me a lot of ups and downs. So using my talents like singing, and speaking. Like, I wasn't doing this type of stuff 10 years ago. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't able to sit in front of a room and kind of speak to people and tell them who I am. So my platform just really allowed me to bring out my best attributes in myself, and kind of show my talents to the world and really stand true on who I am. Honestly, I was going to Dykeman a lot, and Cha-Ching was on the mic, and just to see him be so comfortable in his realm, in the city, it inspired me to do something in the voiceover lane. Not be what he's doing, but literally take that inspiration and create my own lane. And I never really spoke about this because, people get into the copying lane too much. No, I created something that's common, but different in style. And I think with that being said it allowed me to be me. I was really hungry to find who I was, so like seeing him be out there and Dykeman and running up the court, he got different costumes on and things like that. He's being himself, and look what he's doing. The whole crowd loves him. So that really inspired me to go create a platform through voice and not just by sight. Because I didn't really want my face to be out there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't ugly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I wanted my voice to be heard. That's the answer to your question. I felt like I wasn't heard growing up. And that's why Filet was a voice vocal brand for so long. Because I wanted people to hear Jesse Jones' voice. Like I said, being that example for the youth, having them understand, okay, even though my mom and my dad is telling me this, I got somebody else that's saying the same thing that my parents are saying, so I know my parents is not saying nothing crazy. So that's why for me, being that leader, being that advocate for the youth in whatever age it is, it's more pressure on me to be proper, to be the right way, to go in the gym and work hard every day. People see me at LA Fitness, dang, bro, you really be here. You think I'm just walking in here to sit here and watch you? No, like this work don't stop. I've never quit a day in my life. I've never quit. That's why I'm where I'm at. I'm 32 years old. I'm not saying I'm here, I get to speak and say whatever I want. I'm 32 years old and I'm alive. And I got my head on straight. So the future for me is more advocacy, getting out in the community. That's why I did events like this, just so people can understand who I am. This app, this brand would never change who I am. I'm Jesse Jones, I'm who I am. I created my brand for a sole majority of peace and joy. I watch people watch basketball highlights and be like, But you start hearing that twing behind them, I'm telling you, it get like that, you know? So it's like more so joyful, more so peace behind life. I know we go through a lot of stuff, but that's what the brand is for. You know, nothing is impossible. That's what it taught me. I used to think it was hard to make it. It's not. You just gotta have your head on straight. You gotta know who to deal with. That's the tough part. You gotta know who to have in your life. Gotta know who to have around you. These two right here, 10 plus. 10 plus. We don't gotta talk every day. None of that. You know, he was 16. Martin brought me along. Yo, you gotta do this, bro. I ain't listen. But 18 years later, look, bro, you stretching, ain't you? Yeah, I'm stretching. I ain't hear it back then. So you just never know what others can do for you, you know, in this journey. So that's what my brand is, collabing with more people. You know, shout out to Gymble for bringing me up here. You know, this is dope. You know, it's like, I don't think people understand the magnitude of creating your own brand, of being in the business world. You know, you have some people that do business good. You have some people that do business the opposite way. And when money gets involved, that's when the character change. Right. That's when the character twists. Because now the money, I need that. Now you want. Now that's an emotion. I want that. So I'm changing myself. I had to learn so much. So that's what I want for my brand. More collaborations with people, more community, authenticity, more than anything. That's what's next for me.